All right, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is. We got the one, the only, the living legend. We got Killa live on the line. How you doing this evening?
Man, good to be here with you, bro. Everything good?
Oh man, everything is good down here, man. How are you doing out there on your end, man? You know what I mean? It looks like 2020 was only a trailer for 2021.
Right. Especially with all that's going on in the city with the capital and the politics and stuff, man. But we maintain it.
Hey, that's good to hear, man. You know what I mean? Down here, we're actually on a 28-day lockdown, man. Like, we actually have a stay-at-home order, so, you know what I mean? It's good to be able to do interviews with individuals like yourselves, man. You know, while I'm sitting here, can't leave my house, at least I can help individuals like yourself grow.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I love your platform.
I appreciate that, man. But I gotta ask you, man, like, taking you way back to the beginning of your career, like, what actually made you decide to get into the music industry initially?
Man, but, being from D.C., when I went to college, I had a go-go band. And people that are not familiar with go-go, that's a real popular genre of music out of D.C. It infuses, like, live instruments and jazz and some hip-hop and kind of fuses it all together. So I did the go-go thing, and while I was doing the go-go thing, I was also doing the independent rap thing. So that started about 2004, 2005. And ever since then, I've just been doing both. I've been doing both as an independent artist, and I'm the rapper for Rare Essence.
And I also got to say, man, as well, like, I was right next to my list of questions here was the Go-Go Band by the name of Rare Essence. I was wondering if you can tell us a story behind that phenomenal group, and of course, how did you actually meet the other members?
Definitely, man. Well, Rare Essence is a group that's been around for about 40 years. Before I was even born, Rare Essence has been playing go-go. They came around the same time as Chuck Brown. He's the godfather of go-go. He created the genre. And basically, Rare Essence, has been playing shows in South by Southwest, in and out of town. They're internationally known on the go-go side of things. And, around 2012, their rapper left the band, and they wanted a rapper, so they reached out. We came to an agreement on the contract, and I've been rocking with Rare Essence ever since, man. We've been doing all kind of great things. Matter of fact, we just had a song drop with Snoop Dogg last March. We just did a song with Snoop over the summer, matter of fact.
And I also read as well with the song with Snoop Dogg was actually your guys' 45th anniversary, and that was one of your newest singles that you guys did. I was actually going to ask, man, how does it feel knowing that Rare Essence has been going for 45 years? And of course, man, were you able to actually like meet Snoop Dogg, or was it one of those features that was just done like kind of like over the computer and email?
Definitely. Well, even though it was a pandemic, man, we actually shot the video right before everything got crazy, like in February. So I got to meet Snoop, got to chop it up with Snoop. Showed me a lot of love, man. We had a lot of fun at the video. And we definitely, in this year, is Rare Essence's 45th year of performing, man. And if you think about, if I can paint the picture for somebody that's listening that's not familiar, go-go, we play every week, 3 or 4 times a week, up and down the coast from like Delaware down to North Carolina or Atlanta. So 40 years straight, up until the pandemic, Rare Essence has played every single week. This is the first time Rare Essence has not been able to perform in over 45 years. So that's like rock and roll Hall of Fame material right there.
And I gotta say, man, that actually is phenomenal, man. And not a lot of people actually get to say that they actually had the opportunity to work alongside Snoop Dogg, man. So that must be a memory that you're gonna cherish for the rest of your life, for sure.
Definitely on the bucket list.
And also, as well, you actually have your own ghostwriting enterprise titled the Rhyme Solvers Unit. I was wondering if you can tell us a bit more about that, and how can individuals get a hold of you if they need some ghostwriting done?
Definitely, man. As an independent artist, I just know a lot of people trust the songs. They like how I differentiate between the genres of like go-go and R&B and hip-hop. So over the years, people have reached out for songs, totally discreet. Everything is done on a business level. Definitely a non-disclosure agreement is involved. Just hit me up at CKOR-DB@gmail.com. And, in the title, just say, look, I'm looking for your songwriting services or some songwriting tips, and we can take it from there.
Hey, most definitely, ladies and gentlemen. So any artists that are listening, you know what I mean, you're having trouble writing them rhymes, but you got a killer beat, make sure you hit up Ghostwriting Enterprise. And, you know what I mean? Let them take care of your services.
Definitely.
And also, man, as well, I also noticed that you were actually in a movie as well by the name of Movie Boss 2. I was wondering, man, how did you land that role? And of course, where can our listeners actually check that out if they haven't done so already?
Great question, bro. That movie was done by a director named Mitch Creedle. He has a lot of things on Amazon Prime. If you go on Amazon Prime and type in Boss 2, you can check out Boss 1. And I'm in Boss 2. I ended up being one of the most popular characters. A lot of the original characters from Boss 1 died. And then Boss 2, I'm the one that pretty much got rid of all of the characters. So check it out, man. It's well written. The script was dope. And that was one of my first acting gigs, and I definitely read a couple of scripts since then. Hopefully we can get it on Netflix within the next year or two. So just be looking out for Boss 2, directed by Mitch Creedle. I play a character called Tiny, and I'm just kind of like a boss, man. I'm a cool character, but when the heat is on, I definitely take care of business.
And also, as well, when you actually said that you took out all the other characters, so during the film, you were actually a bad guy for going around clipping everybody, pretty much, eh?
Right, exactly, yep.
I'm gonna be honest, man. That's my kind of movie. I really like those action, violent movies, man. So I'm all over that, man. So hopefully it hits Netflix soon, so I can actually enjoy that masterpiece.
Definitely, I appreciate that.
And also, as well, going back to the go-go part of things, you were actually part of Straight Crack in a go-go documentary. I was wondering if you tell our listeners a bit more about that documentary. And of course, while we're on the topic of movies and whatnot, where can our listeners actually check that out?
Definitely. Well, the Straight Cranking documentary was done by DC. It was done by the Office of Public Works in DC. Director Andy Gates, he's in charge of entertainment in DC. And they decided to do a history of the 40-plus years of go-go. About me being one of the most popular artists in go-go up to current date. They went back to all of the legends and pioneers that led the way from 1976 all the way up to 2000, all the way up to 2020. And I definitely was honored to be a part of it. I'm honored to be a part of the lineage and the history. And, I just gave my perspective and my view of things because I'm on both sides. I was a fan, and to be a part of such a legendary group, in the world. Rare Essence is world known, from the likes of Sugar Bear and EU with the Butt, Chuck Brown, Trouble Funk. I mean, it's like a fraternity. So I was able to get my views, which is a different point of view than somebody that just was, a fan of the culture. I'm a fan and I'm a part of the culture, so that was my role.
And it's actually really cool as well, like that go-go has been going on for 45 years, and you guys had the opportunity to create a documentary. Unfortunately, a lot of groups nowadays, they don't even get the opportunity to create a documentary even after everyone's all passed away, man. So it's really cool that a group so sophisticated and so legendary like yourselves are getting the recognition that you guys truly deserve.
Exactly, man. It's a dope feeling, man. And I'm sure we're just going to keep adding on and on. I mean, it's not stopping no time soon. The pandemic stopped us from performing because go-go is really based on performance, but it really gave us a chance to really get some recording done. And I think that's the only thing that go-go is really missing. If people heard more hit records from go-go, then they could kind of do their research and latch onto it a little more outside of the Beltway.
And also, man, another one of your records that I really enjoy actually got released February of 2016 by the name of The Kill Zone. I have to ask you, what's the story and inspiration behind that phenomenal record, and is it still available on the internet to be purchased today?
Definitely, man. The Kill Zone is unique because it's one of the very few albums that's available on all DSPs, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, Tidal, everywhere. The Kill Zone is unique because it fuses the go-go and the hip-hop. So on there you're going to get some of the live go-go with the bars, and you're going to get some of the studio records that I do, some of the street records that I do. So that's one of the most unique albums that you'll find on the DSPs for someone from this area that's bridging the gap between go-go and rap. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I really appreciate you listening.
Hey, man, you know what? I really enjoy that type of music. In my personal opinion, man, that's real hip-hop to me, It doesn't get any better than that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard of that record or haven't listened to it, make sure you head on over, to all those platforms. Make sure you snag yourselves a copy today. Try and purchase it, stream it, but if you can, purchase it, man. Support the real. Make sure you put dollars, not cents, in the man's pocket.
Definitely. Thank you for that.
And also as well, I saw a picture on your Facebook with the caption stating that a show you wrote a song for actually won an Emmy. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about that. And of course, man, how does it feel to be an Emmy winner, man? Because that's actually huge.
Well, I definitely was a part of the writing process. It was for a play, and it was called Down and Dirty. I actually it was a team of songwriters. It was about 5 of us, and it was business as usual. And then as the thing started picking up, when you win an award, everybody that's a part of that, that process it wins. That's the beauty of things like the Grammys and Emmys and things of that nature. When everybody that contributed, it's a win for everybody. So that was a great process to be in the room with some of those songwriters, and we just put all our ideas together. It was kind of unique for me because as an independent artist, I don't really work with a big group of people, but it really opened my eyes to how some of the biggest artists in the world, how they get together and songwriters really paint the picture for them and really put them in positions to win, and that's really how it felt.
And also, last year you were actually nominated for 10 awards at the DC Whammies. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about that, and of course, what was the outcome of those 10 awards?
Man, well, yes, I was definitely nominated for 10 awards last year for the Whammies. The Whammies is actually the Washington Area Music Awards, and it's similar to our local Grammys. So, it really just showed my versatility. I was nominated for as features on 2 or 3 R&B songs, as features about 3 or 4 go-go songs, and about 3 rap songs. A lot of my own stuff from my album CKOR-DB. So it was dope. I only came away with 2 awards, but man, it was just an honor to even be included in that process and to even have, the opportunity to win 10 awards. To be mentioned and have my name on so many of those ballots is just awesome, bro.
Hey, man, most definitely. I can only imagine just being up there for 10 separate awards, man. I know some people must have been all up in their feelings being like, yo, Killa Cal is just taking over the Whammies, man. So whoever's nominated next year, man, y'all better watch out. It sounds like Killa Cal's about to take all the gold, man.
I'm gonna try, man. I'm trying. I got a lot of good stuff coming up this year, so definitely.
I'm gonna be honest, man. You deserve it, man. So I gotta say, you gotta get a bigger trophy case, man. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
And also, man, you actually dropped the album as well last year as well, man. Killa Cal's greatest hits, Slowed and Throwed. I was wondering, man, like what hits are on there, man? And of course, where is it available to be purchased? Do you have any hard copies available at all for our old school listeners that really do still love that compact disc format?
Definitely, man. Just shoot me an email at calkillsbeats@gmail.com. Just let me know you want a CD. I'll definitely get it out to you. Shipping on me. I'll take care of everything. Just let me know what you need, how many you need, and I'll get it to you. And that was awesome, man. That was a really special thing I did for my Texas listeners. We have a great following in Texas as far as we had some people like Steve Francis that really brought the DC movement to Houston. And we did a lot of collabs with a lot of their artists. I see you even had one of my favorite artists on your show, K. Reno. He's like an awesome OG artist from Houston, along with Scarface and everybody else. They got a large movement. I can name Houston artists all day. But I did that specifically for my chop and screw people. Here in DC, we have like an underground chop and screw, like love story. Like we love chop and screw. We love a little bit of everything. But go-go being so fast-paced and energetic, a lot of people wouldn't think that we love chop and screw, but we love everything, man. We love all different cultures. And, we took a liking to the chop and screw, and I did a whole album dedicated to that. So they just took my greatest hits and all my mixtapes and underground songs when I was first coming up, chopped and screwed it, and we did great numbers, up and down the coast and in the south coast of Texas and that whole border.
And I have to ask you as well, man, what is next for Killa Cal? Is there anything I missed during this interview? Anything else you still want to promote while we still have you here live on the Canadian airwaves?
Man, thank you for that, man. Definitely, also last year I dropped Killa Cal-Ripken, and Killa Cal-Ripken album, man, I got features from King Los, I got Loaded Luck, I got 3D Nati, and a host of other people on the album, man. Check that album out, Killa Cal-Ripken. I also have a single that's coming out in about 2 weeks called 4 a.m. in Miami. I collaborated with Rockstar Games and Grand Theft Auto gaming community, and they put together a dope Grand Theft Auto themed video for my song called 4 a.m. in Miami. So you can follow me on IG, Kill_Switch, Twitter, Killa_Cal. And, you can check it out. I had the promo rolling for that. Also, I did a great collaboration, bridging the gap with some of the artists in the area, with my brother ADST, dope producer, called Good Lord 2, and my man Priest of Nomad, Love the Dirt, Say Amen, and myself. And we knocked out that visual, man. Check that out as well, Good Lord 2, ADST Music. And, just follow me, man. Rock with me. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me, bro.
Hey man, you're most certainly welcome, man. I love to feature talented individuals like yourself on the radio, man. You know what I mean? My motto is real hip hop isn't dead. It just went north, right here to Canada, man. So you're always welcome on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM, and just let ADST as well, man. Let him know whenever you drop a new project, have him send it my way, and we will get that into the Canadian rotation as soon as possible. If he sends it and you keep making it, we here at Outlaw Radio are gonna keep spinning it.
I love it, bro. I love your platform, man. You're real natural, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, Killa Cal. You need anything, don't hesitate to reach out, man. But for now, stay safe and most definitely try to enjoy yourself during these hard times, man.
Definitely. Stay safe. I appreciate you, Mortal.
Most definitely. Have yourself a wonderful night.
You too, bro.